All right, next we have our first team to be inducted, and that's the Mount Carmel Soccer team of 1966-67, and presenter is member Alexis Lamarche. Alexis.
Thank you, Ambrose. Thank you, Ambrose. Soccer titles in New Waterford go hand in hand, and the 1966-67 Mount Carmel High School boys soccer team, named the Mounties, did not disappoint. In the fall of 1966, Mount Carmel's soccer coach, John Gillis, was well aware that this young group of athletes would be one of the best teams he would ever coach, and they were tough, and rightfully so. Their home soccer field was actually in Mount Carmel Schoolyard, which at that time was made up of 100% dirt and gravel. Over time, this would prove to be their secret weapon against all the teams across the province. The fields that are present in New Waterford these days are quite the opposite. As Recreation Director, Gary McDonald, who is dad to my brother Carlton in Eastern Passage, the cause is over here, and myself, he made it his personal mission to provide the best grass and turf soccer fields across the province. The Gary McDonald Sports Complex is adjacent to the new Breton Education Centre and is a testimony to how well he succeeded in his mission, with the help and friendship of many, especially Lowell Cormier. But the 66-67 Mounties were used to sliding into that gravel, to getting back up and just brushing it off. It was business as usual. A little blood was a small price to pay for the winning games, which was their mindset, and win they did. The Mounties held a perfect record of 12 wins and 0 losses going into the provincial finals. To sweeten the pot, not one goal was scored on the team's brick wall, Jerry McDonald. In one memorable game against reserve, Jerry became one of the first goalies in the sport to score a goal on a penalty kick. During the same game, David McNeil had 2 goals in the first half, and Frank McKay and Sonny Boudreau with a goal apiece in the second half, cleaning reserve district high 5-0. This was just one of the victories that brought the team to the provincial finals after easily winning the Cape Breton Championship. The championship series against the Sydney Stephen High School from Halifax was played in New Waterford on the team's infamous dirt field. As things turned out, the home field advantage this time failed to hold, as the Mounties encountered a very strong Sydney Stephen squad. The teams battled to a 1-1 draw in the first game after the Mounties allowed its first goal of the season. This set the stage for a winner-take-all affair the next day. After battling to a 1-1 tie in the second game, the teams fought through a scoreless overtime. Rules of the day allowed the visiting team to decide if they would play successive overtimes. But Sydney Stephen School had had enough. The end result was a split decision to have the Nova Scotia Headmasters Championship. This evening we are gathered together to honor that group of extraordinary athletes, which was made up of 15 locally raised snipers, bolstered by the imported talent of Phil Legier of Spring Hill. They were truly an amazing team, and we honor their toughness, their marksmanship, and their truly amazing drive to win. The New Waterford and District Sports Heritage Committee are honored to have them inducted into the Hall of Fame for 2023, which is 56 years after that remarkable season. I am now going to announce the members of the team, and then I'll invite Lowell Cormier to say a few words. Once Lowell is finished, please come and get your awards, and then we'll head outside with Rocky for a picture. So to begin, the members are Fred Connors, Phil Legier, Doug McSween, Jerry McDonald, Frank McKay, Raymond Rosetto, Gary McDonald, accepting will be his wife and my mom Sharon, John Chesson, Hector Campbell, Sonny Boudreau, accepting on his behalf will be Janice, Brian O'Leary, John McKinnon, deceased, Henry Hawk Hogan is deceased, Jerome Campbell was the manager, John Gillis the coach, and again Lowell Cormier. So Lowell, may I invite you up to say a few words?
Good job.
Thanks, Dave.
Go around there.
Don't get nervous. I'll be quick. I really wanted to. I feel so bad that John Gillis can't be here. He's has health issues, and he was the architect of the Mount Carmel program. And when he was there, he coached everything, all the basketball teams, both soccer teams, the track team, softball team, whatever. And he was a great athlete himself. And he had this team prepared for great things. And, you know, really, we had the best goaltender in the province. Jerry McDonald was a wizard. He really was. And the fact that they didn't score in 12 games. And I think one of the goals in the playoff game was an own goal. We won't mention who kicked that in for us. But, really, I was a forward. We had some really good forwards. We got the gravy because the best part of the team, and if you know soccer, it's one in the midfield. And the boys were talking before, we had a tremendous midfield. So tremendous we can't remember who played the other side. But we had Gary McDonald in the middle and Henry Hockhogan, who was unreal. And so, really, from that team, Jerry was a standout, but we had probably one of the best soccer players that ever come out of this town and the province, and he was only in grade 10. And his name was Davey McNeil. And we called him Little Davey, and he was playing the outside. And later on, he went to St. Avex, and he won the scoring title for St. Avex, and he led the league in scoring. And he was the third New Waterford guy to do that. Gregor McPherson, who was from St. Agnes, did that. Same thing, Sandy Carney, who was from Mount Carmel, then Breton, did that. And David, so that's one guy from St. Agnes, two guys from Mount Carmel, and nobody from Central.
Come on up, guys. Come on up and get your certificates. Congratulations.
Brian and Larry.